measurement and measuring instrument, which will serve as completion of our previous topic on fundamental and derived quantity. Now, some of the physical quantity we mentioned in laboratory is length, mass, weight, time, and volume. So to measure all this one, you cannot just say, let me go and take this instrument to measure. The instrument you are going to use depends on what you want to measure. Let's take, for instance, you want to measure length. So we can use meter rule, we can use spinal caliper, we can use micrometer, screw gauge, we can use caliper as well. Depend on that particular thing that you want to measure. Let's say you want to measure a very long distance, you use meter rule. Then if you want to measure the diameter of a spherical object, just like this, so you use micrometer, screw gauge. So, or you want to measure the diameter of a wire, so you can just put it like this. So you tie it. After tightening it very well, so you knot it at the back. Now take your reading. It has two different readings. So we have main reading here, then we have micro one. Like this one is giving us 15.5 here. So this 15.5, you write it that is in millimeter. Then the other reading here, the one that's facing this line, this is 35, is in micro. You divide it by 100 before you add it to the main reading. Let's quickly calculate that. So the first reading, that is main reading, is 15.5 and it's in millimeter. The second reading, which is what? 35, is in micro. That's a 35 divided by 100. So which will give you is 0.35. You now add the two together. So it will give you 15.85 millimeter. That's all. That's the use of micrometer. So depend. So if you want to measure the diameter of the rod like this, or internal and external diameter of rod, or depth, you can use final caliper. Final caliper also has two readings. It has main reading, which is always in centimeter, and it has final reading. Final reading is in millimeter. So you convert that of millimeter to centimeter before you do it. Let's take, for instance, if I want to measure the diameter, external diameter of this one, we use this one, just do it like this. Then you knot it. Knot it here. After knotting it, you take your reading. So this is the main reading. So our main reading here is 4.5. Then you now check your final reading. Final reading is also 0.5. So you convert that of 0.5 to centimeter. So 0.5 millimeter, you add it to that of 4.5 centimeter. The first thing, convert this one, which will give you 0.05 centimeter. You now add this and this together, which will now give you 4.55 centimeter. That's that about the use of final caliper. Don't forget, you can use it for three different types of measurement: external diameter, internal diameter, and depth. So if you want to use it for depth, let's say I want to measure the depth of this one. I will just do it like this until when that thing is touching the base. So you can see it. That's all. Then you remove it, you take your reading and do the same procedure to get your final reading. That's that about use of final caliper. So to measure length depends on the type of length that you want to measure. Now let's go to the measurement of mass or weight. To measure mass, you can use beam balance, you can use chemical balance, you can use lever balance. But to measure weight, we use spring balance. So another one, you can still use scale, either digital scale or analog scale. Let's try to measure some things here. Now, for instance, this is what, 50 gram. Let's use this lever scale. This is a lever scale or lever balance. So you place it here. We call it lever balance because we are comparing two things. This is one inside, this is another one. This one, we are comparing it with what is inside. That's why we call it lever balance. Now see, you can see it's giving us exactly 50. Then let's go to this digital. Let's use this digital scale. For the digital scale, you on it. Scale, this digital scale, just place it like this. So it's giving us 49.9, which is approximately 50 gram. Then this another beam balance to measure mass as well. So you just place this one. The difference between this one is that you must have a standard mass that you want to compare with another one. So this is a standard one, 50. So you place it like this. So I now want to measure this one. Let's say I want to measure this stone now. So you put the first one. You put this one, it's not up to 50. That's where you are going to be checking. Until when this one is here, you put this one, it's not up to 50. Put another one, it's not up to 50. Put another one, put another one. So you can see. So which means what is here is equal to 50 gram. So that is how to use beam balance. We have chemical balance as well. Now let's go to the measurement. Use stopwatch or you use what? Stop clock. See the stopwatch here. So you start it and you use it. Then for this one, this is a stop clock. So you can see you return it to 0 here. Then when you start it to start working, then you stop it. Then you determine the time you have spent. Simple. Then let's go to the last one, the measurement of follow. We have two different types of follow. You have regular one that you can easily use length and breadth and height, or the volume of cylinder, all those one. But you have some objects that do not have regular shape. You cannot identify their length, you cannot identify their height. Take for instance, if you want to measure volume of stone, so you have to use measuring cylinder. So come and see. Let's use this one. Somebody want to measure the volume of this stone. You can't identify length, no height. So what you now do? You look at this measuring the cylinder. The water inside now is 950. The level of water is 950. Then you now dip this one inside. That is our V1. And this is what? 990. 990, yes. 990. Then you now go and subtract the V1 from V2. Our first volume V1 is 950. Then V2 is 990. So actually the volume of object that we dip inside, in other words, the volume of objects is now equal to 990 minus 950, which is equal to 40 centimeter cube. So that's that about that. So inshallah, the next topic is what? Motion.